Hello, what is up everyone? It is Truth Reviews here. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week, a fantastic day. I hope you guys have all been staying well, and in this video we're going to talk about the new GTA 5 update, the Mercenaries update. You see, the last GTA update we got was Last Dose, and I did a review on this, and if you can all remember that video, I really loved that update. Liar! Yeah, in case you can't follow my sarcasm, that's a complete joke. I absolutely hated that update. They brought back Dr. Freelander and made him some weird obsessed drug. It was nuts. It was completely nuts. It was awful. So I hopped on GTA, and I was excited to see that Rockstar were doing something with Merryweather, the mercenaries of the GTA franchise, and I wanted to see what was going on. Yeah, and if you were looking for the simple answer from this video, yes, it's not worth it. This update's shit, and while it's not as insulting as the Dr. Freelancer update, it's still awful. It's a gut punch from Rockstar, and overall, it's just pretty mid, and it's not worth it at all. It's not worth the spending money as well. It's just far too much money. You put far too much money into this, and you make nothing out of it. It's irrelevant what you make. It's not enough. So you may be wondering what the actual premise of a Mercenary Merryweather update is, and so was I. I thought we were actually going to take the shoes of Merryweather agents, much like the Agent Alt missions, and while they weren't really my favourite either, I thought they were quite cool and decent additions to the game. I thought we'd be doing something like this, perhaps contracted Merryweather work, and when me and my friends were going to do these jobs, this is what we expected. In reality, it is far, far worse and far, far more shallow than that, my friends. You see, no, instead, what we are doing is taking down Merryweather, whatever the fuck that actually means. I'm not actually sure at this point, because Merryweather have been taken down so many times. I don't know if they have 100 guys left or a million. Like, it's ridiculous. But that's enough of my story complaints and consistency complaints. Let's get into the actual update. So the main focus of the update is obviously the Merryweather missions, in which you have to pay a wafty about 3 million in total if you don't have the Avenger. I believe the actual source you need, the little the construct you need, is about 1.5 mil if you want to actually do these terrible shitty missions, in which these missions really are terrible. They really are just bare bones and awful, with a cast of characters that are just very unlikable too. So the story behind this update, if you can even say it has a story, is you're compiled into a team of elite soldiers who are going to take down Merryweather. By a team of elite soldiers, it's you and whatever partners you choose to take with you, because I think you interact with the team about once or twice. You don't even see any members other than people who fly fucking helicopters, so they don't really count. The first mission's reporting to duty, and all you do is literally go around a quarry and you just blow up cannons and blow up different shit. It's just boring. Yeah, it's new. I mean, it's something we haven't done before. There are these cool guns that fire at you. They one-shot my friend, and it wasn't very fun, because then we had to sit through this entire just clusterfuck of fighting these annoying cannons. But it was a fine, unexcusable, just mid mission, I would say. The second mission, Falling In, wasn't that bad, except me and my friend once again had absolutely no clue what we were doing for the first half of it. Because they really don't help you in this update. They give you no actual idea or any sense of what you're supposed to be doing, and these missions don't link together at all. One mission you'll be driving a car, one mission you'll be flying a plane, one mission you'll be in the Avenger. It does not feel like a story, it does not feel like missions, it just feels like the developers randomly slapped together a bunch of assets and missions, and this is what you got. Anyway, this mission's decent. You go to a couple areas, fight some enemies, and go under the water or scan for different stuff, and this mission's probably my favourite. Still not amazing, it's just a decent 7 or 6. It's a mid mission, but it works. Now, On Parade was actually sick for the first half. Me and my mate had a bunch of fun. The jets, well, the jet is actually shit, and it only looks cool. That's the problem with the jet. It is very cool looking, but it's not very practical. However, we were having fun doing these darting out of in and out of cover and firing on enemies, and then they spawn in an Avenger, and they don't tell you that you have to kill all the jets around it before you can actually engage the Avenger. So me and my buddy were about pounding this Avenger ridiculously hard, and to no result, because we realised, oh, you have to take out the jets first. Yeah, great. Also, by the way, this is the halfway point of this story slash missions, and still plot-wise, the only plot convenience or plot this has to the overall story of these missions is you are testing jets. I don't even know how that links to taking down Merryweather, but fine, whatever. The fourth mission, Breaking Ranks, is just a dumbed down stealth mission. It's fine. Once again, it's one of those mid missions that it's not really even worth talking about. Personally, I mean, I shouldn't really bash it too hard because it is just a fine mission, but it's really nothing special. Unconventional Warfare, the fifth mission, and the finale mission to this like mission pack, these 6 missions that you are doing, is probably the biggest middle finger to a player I've ever seen. It is literally a copy-pasted mission from Doomsday. You go into the same exact location, you get the same, nearly the same exact person. It is completely ridiculous. The only difference is you're not fighting Clifford's agents. Thank whatever, because I'm so glad that you don't have to sit through that again. However, it is once again just a complete copy-pasted disaster of a mission, and it's not a bad mission, it's just we've done it before. And this isn't the first time they've copy-pasted this mission. They have done this multiple times, and I had a complaint with the last GTA update, the one with Dr. Freelander, that they completely just copied Minor Turbulence and stuck it in the mission, like the story mission Minor Turbulence, and then they just stuck it into the online mission. It was ridiculous, it's far-fetched, and it's just wrong. Like, why are you copying assets? I appreciate they're updating the game, but can't you be working on something better? Or can't you be working on something for Red Dead Redemption 2? Like, if you're not giving us quality here, give us quality somewhere else, because this is just not it. It's not good enough. Shock and Awe is a fine mission, I suppose. I can't really get angry at it. It's actually it's done pretty decently. It's just moving through the Merryweather base, like the main docking base that you've, if you've done any VIP mission or any CEO mission, you've been there and killed all of them before. But it's pretty much that, but on a bigger scale. And I have to say, I actually quite like this one. I thought it was okay. Like I say, still very inoffensive. Nothing mind-blowing here. But overall, for a GT update, this mission was fine. But overall, for all the updates, I'd say only 3 out of the 6 of them, so only half of them, were even close to mid. I'd say there was only about 1 mission, and that was probably the final one, that was a 6 out of 10, or a 7, perhaps 2 if you're pushing it. And it's such a waste. The characters are unlikable. The story of these missions make no sense. The mission layout and design is lazy, bland, and they mostly copied assets. And overall, these missions are boring. Nothing like the Franklin DLC, for example, which is just such a better version of this, which I would heavily entice you and recommend you to buy that and buy the stuff for that than this absolute just trash. Now, they did add some missions that actually give you money in this update, like actual money. The top payout is 64 grand. Now, as someone who's a GTA veteran and people who are actually buying this update, I don't see why anyone would want to buy this update, because at the end of the day, if you're a new GTA player and I don't know, you had an Avenger, you're never going to spend your money on this. Ever since Cayo was added, aka the best update to GTA 5 ever, Rockstar realised that they actually capped themselves when it comes to making money. Because not only is Cayo so fun to set up, so fun to do, and so rewarding for all your efforts, it just makes every other one of these like mini tasks absolutely obsolete. The only other thing that comes close to this money is the Franklin DLC. The missions are fun, the characters are enjoyable, the story is enjoyable, and you get a decent payout afterwards. Why would you ever want to do these missions with lame characters, boring plot, missions that are boring? You wouldn't. And you do it all for only 64 grand. Yeah, it's quicker than the Franklin DLC and a Cayo, but I could have done 2 Cayo in the time that I'd done 6 of these missions, and I'd made triple the amount of money. The money reward here is definitely not here. You will not make your 1.5 million back. And if you bought an Avenger to do this, I am so sorry, because you will not make that money back. Now, what was added to this update? Now, I have to talk about the jet, because this is what everyone was talking about. The jet was added and it looks amazing. Rockstar, you blew it out the waters with the art design and the visual effects of the jet. It's so fun to fly, it's so fun to look at, and it's so fun overall to just be in the presence of this unique jet. Yeah, it's 6 million. And also they nerfed the cannons and the rockets. It is not worth buying. The military jets at the base that you can steal are far, far superior to this. Also, you can go off the radar with the new jet, but you can't use missiles or any weapons. So you're just gonna get shot down instantly. It's just gonna go down so instantly. As for cars, they added a couple new cars. They're cars, so they're decent. Like, I won't hate on cars. They're fine. Rockstar know what they're doing when it comes to that. They've been doing it long enough. But let's talk about the stuff that they actually got wrong and actually made worse from this update. In terms of things that were extremely hurt from this update, there were a lot of patches to jets, which made it's going to make jet combat a lot more just annoying, and everyone's now going to have the best jet, and it's just annoying. And there were also the removal of cars. Now, when I say this is the dumbest move ever, they removed so many cars, and it's, in their words, to circulate them. So I assume what they're going to do is add them to the podium or recirculate them round. And personally, to me, this is so scummy. This is like Activision level, guys. You should not be doing this. As well as the glitches, there's one main glitch that everyone keeps talking about, the Moore's Mutual glitch. Basically, what will happen is, yeah, those supercars you bought, those cars that you actually bought off the online sites that, you know, are instantly insured, yeah, the insurance is all gone. So if your car gets blown up and it's already insured, there's a chance that it still might not come back because for some reason there's an insurance glitch. I think it's something like 186 cars were removed as well. 186 cars were removed. It's ridiculous. So 186 cars were removed.
Oh, no, you cannot joke about that.
Yeah, that's not funny, Arthur. That's not the kind of humor we do on this show.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just, you know...
And there's a Moore's Mutual glitch. That's great. So what do I like about this update? Well, there is one thing I really like and I do appreciate, and it comes to the Avenger. It's nice to see the Avenger get some love. The Avenger, for me, my mate got an Avenger, and I always called it the caravan with guns, because to me it's just a massive caravan in the sky that has guns. Whereas now they've added a lot more features. You can have turrets on the Avenger now, which I think's highly appreciated. I really do appreciate that. And overall, my favourite stuff is all to do with the Avenger. I think you can put a lot more cars in it now too, which is great. And yeah, I do appreciate Rockstar's attempt to make these game mechanics that they put into the game that died work again. So I really do appreciate that from Rockstar. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe, please comment. Let me know what you think of the GTA update. Let me know what your conceptions are, and what's your favourite GTA update. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have been safe. I hope you guys have a great week. You guys stay safe now. This is Truth. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.